Hello there, everyone. Hi, CL. Hi, Roselle. Hi, Lekmo. Hi, Sashleen. Hi, Mark. Hi, Stephen. I am actually unsure if people can hear me, but hello, good day to you. Hope everyone's piano journey is going well. Okay.
I don't think you're going live in the right street. Oh, I can see you.
Hey there. Hi, Andres. Hi, Trippy. Hi, Sophia. Cool. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you for confirming you can hear me. Yeah, so everyone, um, you know me, I'm Jazer. I play the piano, I teach the piano. So today, I've never done YouTube Live before. This is my very first one. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being part of our really special club. So if you have any questions or anything you want to say or ask, please feel free to just write it in the comments. And yeah, love to answer your questions, hear about your stories. Yeah, so let's see where this goes. Okay, so Joy asks, "Hi Jason, I bought a keyboard and want to learn from you. I know a bit of guitar, but I stay in Kolkata, India. How do I learn from you?" So I guess there's a couple of ways to do that. So you can learn from the hundreds of videos we have on this channel. They're all free. So yeah, feel free to check them out. You can also join my recent course, Hand Coordination Bootcamp. That's kind of aimed at beginners. One of our biggest questions is, how do you coordinate two hands? I can play right hand, can play left hand, but you can't put them together. So you can check it out in the link below, um, in the description. Hand Coordination Bootcamp. Otherwise, I also do live lessons. So if you Joy want to do some live lessons, you can. I think there's also a link down below to put in some details, and then we kind of get in touch with you if you want to chat live. Yeah. So thank you, Joy, for your question. By the way, there's also super chat and super thanks. So let's say you want your question to be sort of featured with a little bit more, I guess, real estate. Feel free to use the super chat, super thanks options. So those are the paid ones, and all those proceeds just also help to support our channel. Helps me to keep piano content coming towards you. Yeah. Hello, Trippy. Hello, Dawn. Hello, 61 Key. Awesome. Thank you, Mehdi, for your question. So, Jazer, what's your favorite piece of all time? Very tricky to answer. Have studied hundreds or maybe even thousands of pieces. I don't know if I have personally a favorite one, but I'll tell you currently, something I'm working on always in the background. It's a bit of a back burner project. Is La Campanella uh, by Franz Liszt, or originally by Paganini. So La Campanella seems to be something I really enjoy at the moment. I feel as if I'm disconnected at the moment. Let me just see. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you. Yes, Stephen, you said just want to thank you for those high quality content. No, thank you for watching. For me, it's a big pleasure. I've gained a lot in my life from piano. Um, Especially during my teen years, I learned from my teacher in Singapore. I grew up in Singapore, and it was my emotional outlet. It was my everything. Like I really looked forward to my Saturday lessons, and I think it was my piano teacher that really inspired me to share this love for piano with everyone here. So yeah, thank you for consuming them. I hope it is of some help to you in your piano journey. Hello to Doug. Hello to Michelle Gerard. Hello to Michelle Gerard from London, Ontario. Oh, yes, guys, please tell me where you're from because I would love to know. I am currently in Melbourne, Australia. I don't know if anyone has ever been here. Sort of like the corner part of the world. Melbourne, Australia. But please tell me where you're from. VJ asks, what's the best way to sign into your boot camp course after you've purchased it? Yeah, so once you've signed, signed and paid for that, a link will come straight to you. So, and if you for some reason don't have that, just reach out to us, and we're sort of on it 24/7, and we'll get that link to you. Hello, Fiona, in from Glasgow, 1 a.m. here. Thank you for joining. And by the way, I'm answering some of these questions from a bit earlier before, so forgive me for just taking a bit to get to your comments, but I am reading all of them. Yes, Joy, it's a pleasure. Okay, Roselle. So hi, Roselle says, hi, Jazer, good evening from Toronto. I've been following you for years and really learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for consuming our content. I hope I can be of as much help to you as I possibly can. Do you have a favorite piece that you like to play by Mr. Szynski? I think so far, when I'm on the piano, I like to do a few things these days. I like to do a lot of sight reading, and I like to play both fast and slow pieces. Let's just say a favorite piece I quite enjoy playing. I quite enjoy improvising recently. So that's one of my kind of new goals. I'll just sit down, use my music theory knowledge, and just try to improvise something. There was a piece that I did recently with the piano fingerings that I think lots of people were asking, oh, what's this piece? It was actually completely improvised. Like I just kind of before the filming of the video, it sounded something like this. I don't know if you can see on piano. Let's try to bring this down. I haven't sort of finished writing the whole thing, but yeah, it's something I quite enjoy, just kind of using the knowledge that I've sort of built over the years, then try to mix and match and try to do up a little something. Being classically trained, like we follow the script quite a lot. We follow the score, we do everything, but I'm trying to venture slightly outside of that by trying to playing my own little things. Okay, thank you. Let me get to them soon. Okay, thank you. So, hello, Carol Powers from Wyoming. What's the best way to sit on a piano stool by Rodney? Okay, let's answer this one. I really enjoy this question, and I have a good answer for you, Rodney. So, if I can lower my camera real slightly. Okay, so a good way to think about it, Rodney, is I usually like to sit around here. So let's say you have your bench. Not all of your butt should be on the bench. So just let's call it half of your butt should be on the bench. And your kneecap is around where the edge of the piano is. So if you imagine a line here, okay, your kneecap is around where imagine this line here. And your hands should kind of sit somewhere like this. Okay, your hands should be roughly level, not overly high, not overly low. There are concert pianists that swear by either of those ends, but I like it to be quite kind of straight like this. Okay, the reason I like this distance from the piano is because it allows me to be a bit more balanced. So I find that if I'm like this, a lot of my butt is on it. I feel slightly out of balance, especially when I'm moving around the piano. And obviously, the other way, it's just too much. You can't have no balance on your butt. So about half butt, if that's the right term yet. Kneecap around where the edge of the piano is. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Awesome. So I hope that answers your questions. You go best. Ask, please. Where are you from? So I grew up in Singapore, and I've been in Melbourne, Australia for the past 15 years. So Singapore I'm 30 this year. So Singapore 15 years in Melbourne, half and half. I see Rodney's from New Zealand. Hello. Okay, Dwayne Tolson asked, I value learning chords, but my teacher has me learning songs via chord charts. Not my thing, as I just enjoy learning to read sheet music. Is there any value in learning to play songs from chord charts? I think so. So, Dwayne, learning to play songs from chord charts will allow you to, I guess, memorize chords very, very well. So, uh, reading sheet music obviously has its place. You learn to read shapes, recognize patterns, but I think one particular thing about especially classically trained people is not reading enough chord charts. So, following the script a little bit too much. And what I enjoy personally about reading chord charts is it allows just that slight bit of improvisation and thinking a bit more creatively about how to make different chord patterns, especially in your left hand, to make the music sound a little bit better. Cool. So I hope that answers your question. Sophia Rose. Hi, Jazer. I have my grade 6 piano exam coming up. And even though I've been playing piano for 9 years, do you have any tips to prepare? Because I do not feel ready at all. Okay. Um, so this one is probably an interesting one. I have never heard you play, Sophia, but some tips I would have are to try to get some very good sleep the night before. Okay. Don't have too much coffee on the day. Grade 6 piano. So you're probably playing 3 or 4 pieces, maybe some scales as well. Please practice slowly the days leading up to it. I think people have a tendency when they do exams or competitions to like keep trying to play it at concert level. And I don't think that's very helpful because no matter what level you are, beginner, intermediate, advanced to concert level, you always want to practice slowly because practicing slowly allows you to analyze parts. It allows you to see parts and work on them without being too much on autopilot, which is what you need. Okay, so if you rely a little bit too much on autopilot during the exam or during the competition, like sometimes things won't go to plan, and you don't feel like you know how to come back to it. So this ability to know how to come back to recover from a mistake comes from slow practice. Okay, because slow practice allows you to see things a bit more clearly. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much to Stephen Lai. Stephen Lai, I see, has just contributed some funds to our channel. He says, your video inspired me to learn piano more efficiently. Though I'm a newbie, I can tell you are a great teacher. Thank you again. Thank you to you, Stephen Lai. I appreciate this very, very much. And you're helping me to give more back to this channel and to piano communities of the world. Thank you. Okay, Suzumi says, what's the best way to get ready for any request of song for us to play? Learn many chord progressions. So this sounds like, okay, so if you want to play lots of modern songs, you're gonna need to learn how to play chords and understand chord progressions. Okay, and you also need to know how to play by ear as well. If you want to, for example, take a request and immediately be able to play. So you probably need to learn loads of chords, but not only chords, chord progressions as well. You need to know how like each one goes to the next one. So for example, let's say 6-4-1-5. Let's say with 6-4-1-5, we need to know, okay, what kind of particular pop songs have 6-4-1-5, and to think about songs from the perspective of chords. So I guess you don't have to kind of memorize, let's say, 100 different songs, because a lot of the pop songs we have today have somewhat similar chords. So best thing to do is to learn chords, try to analyze music with chord progressions, play chords, especially in your left hand, and then your right hand you can play melodies on top. So for example, 6 4 1 5. Um, okay, so lots of pop songs have that. Let's say there's Despacito, there's some Flo Rida, there's Eminem's and Rihanna's song. Sorry, it's going out of my head at the moment. But 6 4 1 5, even with piano, let's say, the most overplayed thing ever. 6 4 1 5. River Flows in You. Lots of movie soundtracks also use 6 4 1 5. So, anyways, that was a very long way to talk about chords, but you guys know that I am a big fan of chords. I think about chords a lot. It helps me to analyze and learn music very quickly because I kind of see them in groups of notes rather than single individual notes. Okay, so Code Kids asks how to play with two hands. Now, how to play with two hands is probably got to be one of the hardest things to do on the piano. You can play the right hand, play the left hand, put it together. Suddenly, it all kind of goes haywire. So, if you want to get better at this, I have a couple of videos so far on our channel about how to play with two hands. Give people some exercises, simple ones. And if you want to kind of take it further, I also actually just released a course called the Hand Coordination Bootcamp. So go and check that out. There are just under 40 exercises in there. I composed them all in progressive order. So level 1, so far the feedback is, it's pretty easy. And level 2 and so on and so forth, there starts to get a bit challenging. People have been saying, wow, they're really enjoying the challenge. There's things like the legato, staccato dance, and different cross hand kind of things. But so if you're keen to learn how to coordinate your two hands, it's something I recommend you check out. Check out our YouTube videos first, and then if you want to take it further, you can come and buy our paid course, which also helps support me and what I do here with this channel. Thank you so much. Mark LaFontaine asks, is it important to know what level you are as part of your evolution? Very much so. So I think for me as a piano teacher, one of my skills is assessing level, because I'm always interested in where the student is. I usually speaking, when I work with live students, I don't give them pieces that are in their range. I'm always giving them things that are just slightly above their range, not too far up, because I think a lot of people in the world are currently playing maybe pieces that are just a tad too hard for them. But this has got to be one of the more important or biggest roadblocks, I think, to beginners, to not understand their level and maybe play something that just takes a bit too long to learn. It doesn't really teach them that much. So yeah, I guess as a piano teacher, this is kind of one of my great skills. I would say that I try to get better at really understanding what the student knows, what they don't know, and trying to give them pieces that just push them a little bit above their level. Okay, thank you. Do you have any tips to the ones who are beginning as an adult? Ask Ariana Anjos. Thank you for this question. I love this question. I actually improved lots in piano, mostly as an adult. I learned piano from my kind of late teens, but it was as an adult that I really sort of picked it up. I would say this, and I teach a lot of adults too, 20s, 30s, some of them 50s and 60s. One thing about adults learning piano that's different to kids is that adults have very strong, mature ears, and meaning adults actually, because they've heard music all their life, potentially there is a reason, let's say there's a propensity to kind of expect too much too quick as an adult learning piano, because you've heard songs all your life. Like I guess you maybe hope to play piano and immediately sound like what you have heard all your life. Whereas I found when I used to teach kids, they were maybe just a little bit kind of go with the flow. So please, I would preach patience as an adult. When you're learning piano, please have patience. Please prioritize chords first. Learn how to play small notes, single notes at the start. Move on to double, and then eventually go to triads and chords. Some books I recommend. I personally currently use the Alfred's Basic Piano Library adult books. Some of them find them maybe a little bit dry, but I kind of trust in them because it teaches you everything you need to know. So the adults, I don't have the book right here, but it's the Alfred's Basic Piano Library book. Yeah, it just gives you a guided kind of textbook to teach everything you need to know. Rather than I see a lot of people kind of just playing piano with different pieces, but then having kind of lots of knowledge gaps when they come to me for lessons and go, oh, maybe because they didn't sort of go through a textbook to teach them all the basic things. But thank you for your question. So, sorry. Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much for joining, guys. So, and I think I'm a bit slow with moving through the questions, but I'm going to try to be a bit faster. Okay, Dwayne Tolson says, I just took up piano at 44 after my 14 decided it wasn't for him, but I had always wanted. I watch every video you post as a teacher, inspires and just entertains. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Dwayne, for your words. That is very touching. Thank you so much. Marcia says, thank you for doing the 5-finger independence short video. It helped me a lot to keep my fingers close to the keys more than I ever tried. Thank you so much to John Common. So I see John has also contributed to our live stream today. He says, congrats on your first live stream. Your videos are amazing. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate this very much. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm going to get to another question just down below as well. So this is from Lo Skiliatolo Maledetto. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. But when moving up the keyboard, it's easier for me to identify where my eye leads my hands to jump, but less so when moving down. Any hints? Moving up the keyboard is easier for where eye leads. Okay, so I think this is a question, and maybe if you like to, I'll try to answer it. But if you want to ask again, I'm happy to answer that. I'll try to answer it again if I don't answer your question right now. Ascending in piano is always going to be easier than descending. I find. I think it's because when we learn piano, let's say with scales or whatever, we often learn ascending first rather than descending. So it's I really recommend people to, when they're practicing piano, to go down first. Okay, whatever your with scales and arpeggios. Okay, so let's say you're playing an E major arpeggios. Try not to always practice like this. Try to play it like this. So please have moments where you are going down first rather than up. Let me just double check this question again. Yeah. So I hope that helps. I don't know if I specifically answered your question, but if I don't, feel free to just comment again, and I can try and answer that one more time. Okay, thank you. We have lots of comments here. I'll try to be a little bit quicker here. Thank you for joining, guys. This is very special for me. This is actually our first YouTube live. I just want to be very honest. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but yeah, this is very special for me. Thank you for joining and being part of this little session with me. I hope your piano journey is going well. Feel free to comment. Feel free to use the super chats, the super stickers. Those are kind of paid options, and they also help to fund some of the videos that you're watching here. Fund maybe potentially a new piano for me. I've had this amazing piano. What I have here is the Yamaha GC1. And I got this about maybe 12, 13 years ago. Yeah. I'm also kind of wondering what pianos you guys have. Very interested at that. Awesome. Jeremy asks, do you recommend etudes for technique? Just love the idea of a piece sounding great musically while improving technique. And do you have recommended etudes? At my level, I can't play Chopin etudes. Okay. I like this question, Jeremy. Now, it probably depends on what level you're at, and but one that I can recommend is, let me see. I'm kind of blanking a little bit on the name here, but it sounds something like this. I think I could be completely wrong here. So please, someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's by Sibelius. So look at a Sibelius etude. I forgot the opus number. It's been a while since I played. I made a whole bunch of mistakes there. But that one I find is pretty good for an easier etude than the current Chopin etudes. Chopin etudes, by the way, guys, they are very popular, but you kind of need a good 7-8 years of training before you can kind of tackle them with some kind of ease. But try to look for that Sibelius one. I really enjoy that one. And I also, by the way, I like this comment by Jeremy because I'm a big fan of etudes. I recommend everyone here to practice etudes. What's an etude? An etude is a piece of music that is designed as an exercise, but also is a musical form of exercise. So it's, how some exercises potentially can sound a little bit, dry and boring. But these etude is a piece that is designed with technique in mind. However, it also sounds very, beautiful and musical. Okay, I want to thank. Thank you so much. I want to thank John Busby. Thank you so much. You, I can see that you have contributed a nice sum to this live stream. Thank you, John, so very much. I don't know if that came with a question, but I would love to answer anything or say anything. But thank you so much, John Busby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope your piano journey is going well, John. Please let me know if there's anything I can do specifically to answer anything today for you. Okay, Mark asks, for most of my piano playing is mostly by ear versus reading. That's where I feel I need to improve. Yeah. Bye. Okay, nice. I'm just going to move down to see some of the questions I have here for you. Yeah, so guys, please keep commenting. Tell me where you are joining from. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. Please tell me if you're from, whether it's the States or the Europe or some parts of Asia. I would love to know. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to jump down a little bit more. Thank you so much to Mark. Mark also has contributed a super thanks to this live stream. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. You're really doing a service to me and to the things I need to do to keep the channel alive. Thank you so much. Thank you to Will Warwick as well. Thank you, Will Warwick. Thank you so much for. Okay. So, Kathy Miles has an interesting comment here. I think going up scales is easier because we learn to read books from left to right. Potentially, I quite like this. Kathy, I never really thought about this one. I think yeah, there is something about this actually. Thank you for that. I'm going to be thinking about this a little bit more today. So Kathy was saying because we learn to read books, well, in English from left to right. Potentially, that's also why sheet music being from left to right, it's just a bit easier to think about going this way on the piano rather than the other way. Um, Something to think about for everyone, I guess. Lightning Claw asks, "Do you know Wistful Prelude in A maybe grade 5?" I think I do. I think I do. I can't play it right here, but I'm pretty sure I've taught that piece before to someone preparing for that exam. Okay, thank you so much to Chandrasekhar for your contribution. Thank you. Okay, Andreas Torres says, "You are the best teacher in the world. Thank you. I've learned a lot in my first year of playing piano. I'm 29 and from Ecuador." Hello to you, Andreas. Hope your piano journey is going well. Thank you so much, Doris Chan. Doris Chan has contributed to our live stream here today too. Thank you very much. I can see some people are sharing what kind of pianos they have. Okay, some people have Kawais, some people have digital pianos. Yeah, very interested. I have a digital piano and this nice baby grand piano at home. I feel very lucky to have it. This particular place that we're in, we have some space for that. So it's for me, it's very it's worth it. Lots of people have digital pianos because they maybe just need something a little bit smaller that they can adjust the volume to. And that's I for that reason I also have a digital piano. But there's part of me that really loves this as well. So just to have a grand piano, open it up, and really enjoy the real sounds from it, even though I have to kind of tune it twice a year. Cool. Okay, so Jamie Smokes asks, "Should I learn a Chopin piece with 4 weeks of experience on the piano? I've already started it and I'm 3 minutes in." Depends on which Chopin piece we're talking about. I would say Chopin is maybe someone to wait a little bit, like at least a couple or 3 years. Maybe not three, maybe a couple of years of hard work. You can get started on. There are some easier ones. For example, I think this one is not too bad to start. So the waltz, I'm butchering here a little bit. The waltz in A minor. Another one that's pretty good is the Prelude in E minor, Opus 28, number 4. Yeah, very, very sensitive on that one. So some couple of potential good Chopin pieces to start. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hmm. So Ghosts ask, "Hi Jazer, will doing those brain hemisphere sync exercises help with getting the hands working independently?" So yes, I don't know if you're referring to the YouTube videos or some of the exercises in our Hand Coordination Bootcamp course, but definitely. So the intention of any of the videos or the course is to get your hands to work separately, independently, and also in together to do different things together. And I think just while we're on this topic, this is one of the reasons I really love the piano as well, for the brain reason. So not only are you doing something that is artistically musical and I don't know gives you feelings of self-actualizations, but it actually is really good for your brain as well, right? There's lots of studies about how brain reduces chances of Alzheimer's or just helps people to live longer. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist, but there's just good correlations between playing the piano, working on this awesome instrument, and better brain health, and therefore longer health in general. Rick Eyes asked, how many Chopin nocturnes do you know? Now, I've studied a few of them. I would say 5 or 6. The ones that I, let's say, play the most will probably be the E flat one. That one. And then the other one I would play probably a lot is the Nocturne in C sharp minor. This is featured as the kind of main title piece for the movie The Pianist. If you haven't watched The Pianist, I recommend you to watch that. It goes something like this. Probably stop around there. But thank you for listening to my little version of that. So Nocturne in C sharp minor. This is a posthumous one, so Chopin didn't actually publish this one to my knowledge. So he wrote it, but he locked it somewhere. Nocturne in C sharp minor. So if that answers your questions, I've studied about 5 or 6, but these two are the ones that I kind of routinely play because they really touch my heart and they bring back good memories. Thank you. So, thank you for joining, everyone. We have Caroline from Toronto, YM from Texas. Thank you so much. We have KHX73 from Canada. Awesome. Lots of places in the States. Lexington, Seattle, Canada. Darren from New York. I was just in New York, actually, probably 3 months ago. This was with a school trip. Jeremy, yes. Yes, you found the piece. This is the Opus 76 Sibelius Etude number 2. Yeah, try that one. I hope it is of some help to you. I think if I knew, let's say, where you are with your piano, I can comment on a little bit more how that could or could not help you. Awesome. Nice one. Okay, Rufa. So Rufa asked, can you please do the Singapore national anthem? That one is I'd probably have to go and learn that one because I don't currently know this. Rufa is, I guess I can just share that this is my brother because trolling me a little bit here. Cool. Okay, there's some questions about Singapore here, which is a bit funny. Do you think you would be able to afford a car in Singapore? Probably not, because I think Singapore is one of the most expensive places to own a car. Okay. Stephen Lai asks, I want to thank, please, Roselle. Thank you for your contribution to this live chat. Goes a long way to help me. Thank you so much, Roselle. Stephen Lai asks, Jazer, I hope you soon will receive enough income from YouTube and get a new piano. If the budget allows, what brand would you go after? So I am a big fan of the 2 Japanese brands, Yamaha and Kawai. So I might get, let's say, another Kawai piano. Okay, I'm very interested what pianos you guys have. I quite like the kawaii sound. I like something that's a little bit more warm, something that isn't too. I prefer a slightly warmer sound to a brighter sound, but that's me. Okay, nice, beautiful. So, mm, yeah, so just feel free to ask any questions here today, everyone. This is I guess, my first Q&A, and here to answer anything. Thank you so much, Lekmo. Lekmo says, congrats on your first LS towards a new piano. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything you do for this channel here. Barbara is joining from NYC. We have, this is our channel from North Carolina. Marcia says, hi Jazer, love your helpful hints. Your piano sounds fuzzy, not as clear as your other videos. Yeah, that potentially could be because of the connection or maybe because of my phone. So I hope you guys can hear some of it. Maybe we need to look at upgrading some of our tech. I'm just doing this on my phone today just to keep it really simple. Bosina is joining from Egypt. Thanks for your efforts. Hello, Bosina. Hello to you. Doris Chan says your video is helpful for beginners. Yeah, I hope they can continue to be. I enjoy making videos that help people. Personally, I've gained a lot from piano, therapeutically. So please feel free to keep watching them, keep improving in piano. When you improve in piano, it just makes me very happy as a person. Nice. Okay, Omega Ame asks, "Hi Jazer, why did you choose piano? Do you play other instruments?" I play a few things in a very beginner level. So I play, let's say, a bit of ukulele, a bit of guitar, a little bit of drums. I can do a kind of a simple, do a simple like drum rock beat. Maybe a little bit of vocals, sang in choirs. But mainly it's piano. I chose the piano because I guess the piano is something that for me has the most breadth. So I also played when I was in school band during high school. I played a bit of saxophone, a bit of clarinet. I love those instruments. But one thing, for example, if I compare the clarinet to piano, the difference with the piano is you can do multiple parts. So a clarinet, you always play one single note at a time. But with a piano, you can do two parts. So let's say a melody in the right and an accompaniment in the left to make something like. Yeah. So for that reason, I really enjoyed choosing the piano because I could do multiple things, and you sort of feel a little bit like you have some control over an orchestra to have high parts, to have low parts, to have middle parts. Just a very fun experience. I think I'm disconnected. Let me just try and come back. Cool. AECX LOL says I have the same glasses as you. Cool. I have Emporium glasses, if I'm not wrong. If that is the same one, then that's pretty cool. So Jessica W says, congrats, Jazer, on your first live stream. How many hours a day do you practice? And is piano teaching your full-time job? Okay, so how many hours I practice depends on the seasons. So recently we've been, doing a few other things for the channel, such as creating our course. So, practice is taking a bit of a hit, but I usually try to do between 1 to 2 hours. I find that practicing anything, let's say above 3 hours is counterproductive. Like there is kind of diminishing returns as you practice too much. So I would say 1 or 2 hours is good, especially if you are doing mindful practice, mindful, slow, meditative practice. Okay, so small sections and trying to perfect parts rather than just kind of practicing for the sake of practicing, you know. So I would say 1 to 2 hours is what I try to do, is what I try to get my students to do as well. And is piano teaching your full-time job? Currently, it is. So I'm doing teaching students. I'm doing YouTube videos to help people around the world. And yeah, so yeah, piano, I guess, is my life. I've gained lots from it. It's my therapy. I think for a lot of our subscribers, it's your therapy too. So yeah, I want to do as much as I can with piano. Roselle asked how to develop rhythm patterns when playing by chords to accompany a singer. Any tips? Now, there are, I think, a few books out there about this actually, about how to create left-hand patterns. So I guess the simplest way to create chords right now would just be, let's say, bass left hand and chords in the right. So let's say if you're doing 6-4-1-5, let's say, just to do. So bass note, chords in the right. You can, a very common left-hand pattern to do is something like this. So you play whatever chord it is, the fifth and the same note again. So A, E, A, E, A, E, A, E, so on and so forth. Creates a sort of a feeling of movement. Dum, 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 dum. Cool. Thank you for the questions. I think we'll be ending this live stream soon. But I'll answer a couple more questions. Any thoughts on good piano apps? Quite enjoy Flowkey, Andrea asks. Yeah, I think, yeah, some of these piano apps, I quite enjoy them. They provide a good start, I would say, to a piano beginner's journey. So when you start playing piano, you might be like, oh, where do I even start? What do I play? What do I need to know? So I think for those reasons, it's good to work on them. But as a piano teacher, I also know, how much there is with piano to learn and to think about. So I think a lot of students that come to me tend to like kind of hit a certain point with Flowkey, or let's say simply piano, and they kind of want that extra instruction, extra mentorship. And that's where, yeah, some of the students that are actually in this live chat come and get live lessons with me. So please enjoy and get what you can out of these apps. The internet is also filled with resources, YouTube videos, websites, lots and lots to learn from. Bob Herbert says, "Where is your puppy?" I think Milo is currently asleep, but maybe he'll come check us out very soon. We'll see. Slinsky asked, "What are you using to record this live stream right now?" It's just my phone at the moment. I don't know if this is the perfect thing to use. If it's, I don't know how the quality is coming through. I have no idea. So I want to explore this right after this live stream. And if it's, let's say, terrible, we might. Yeah, let's say if it's bad, we might try to bring in some other equipment. Okay, how long did it take you to develop the bootcamp? Asked the Pufin. Okay, so I developed that over a couple of weeks. I think the idea came originally because one of our greatest comments is, people can't play with double hands. So I took a couple of weeks, went into my, these exercises I've sort of given them, I guess, to students over my teaching practice. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've given these exercises to my students over the years, but I decided to, okay, I was going to sit down and write them all out logically and in a systematic way. and I put it into this nice course called the Hand Coordination Bootcamp. So yeah, if this is of help to people, please come and check out this course that I put a lot of effort into. So this is Milo. I don't know when I featured him last in a video. Okay. So Spencer asks, is it fair to say if we don't upgrade our instrument, we could get stuck in the learning process? I would say for most of my students, I usually recommend a piano or a digital piano, at least that has weighted keys. Okay, for me, it's important to have weighted keys because it allows you to do loud and soft sounds, and also you want it to sound good. Um, to answer this question a bit better, I probably need to hear your piano and see what level you're playing at. But usually speaking, yeah, people would start with buying a keyboard. I recommend probably not those plastic thin ones, but to actually get something with some weighted keys that allows you to play loud and soft sounds. So cool. Andrew says, Jazer, it would be cool to make a video on how to practice jumps on the piano. Yeah, that is something we can think about, definitely. Famous Ad says, can you give lessons? I actually do teach one-to-one. So if you check out the link in the description, I do have a number of students that kind of see me week to week or fortnight to fortnight just to kind of touch base and see how they're going with their piano. Okay, Wendy Swain asks, says, hi Milo. MA says, can your dog play the piano? Does your dog try to play it? My dog doesn't try to play it, but he often sort of comes up and like for example when I'm playing something, he'll often just come and try to get some cuddles, which kind of is always really funny when I'm trying to hit a very emotional moment, and he comes and goes, oh, hey, can I have some cuddles, please? But I don't think he plays the piano. I think I'm disconnected. Cool. All right. I'll just answer a few more questions here. Okay, so what's your favorite composer? This one for me it'll be Chopin. So Frederick Chopin. I've played lots and lots of Chopin in my life. So someone I quite enjoy. I like his composition style. Okay, cool. I think we are going to draw this to a close, everyone. So thank you for joining today. Just a live stream to answer questions. I'll try and do more of this in the future too. So if I haven't answered your question, please maybe join in next time, and I'll try and answer some of this in the future. Okay. So Da Puffin says octaves are hard for dogs and cats. Much definitely that is not easy for them. Okay, cool. So everyone, I'm gonna say goodbye here. Thank you so much for joining. Hope your piano things are going well. Hope you're practicing. Hope you are enjoying it. If you just some tips, just to leave off with some tips is if you uh, um, we should play as many pieces as we can in the year. Try to incorporate as many pieces as you can to keep the interest high. I find some people they would play, let's say, one or two pieces for the entire year. Can get a bit dry. So please try to play more. Try to play more pieces is my message to you. Play more songs and play songs and pieces that draw from different emotional landscapes. So let's say you might play a sad one. I also want you to play something that's happy. So if you're playing very legato pieces, play something that's a bit more staccato, right? A bit more jumpy. So yeah, pull from different directions, and I think it can really enhance your piano experience. Yeah. Double Dub says, yep, Double Dub says she's going to go, he or she's going to go practice right now. Lots of thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lake Mo. Thank you, Famous Ads. Thank you, Carol Powers. Thank you, Stephen Lai. Thank you, Da Puffin. Thank you to Comical Maz. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, May. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Carl Spinner. Thank you, Miss Moo. And I just want to say, I probably won't give it away, but some of these people here, they're my actual students, and I really enjoy kind of seeing them and working with them on a week-to-week basis. Thank you to Miss Moo. Thank you to Wendy Swain, YM. Okay. See you in hopefully the next live stream, and any unanswered questions I'll try to address in the next live video. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night, depending on where you're from, and I'll catch you next time.